Friends, today the Indian Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ji has presented the Union Budget 2024, which in other way can be called as Kursi Bachao budget. I mean, save the Narendra Modi government. Because this budget is not for the country's progress. The finance minister in the budget 2024-25 speech, she vowed 15,000 crores along with an additional amount for Andhra Pradesh proposed capital Amravati. Besides funds for Polavaram irrigation project along with industrial development funds for various projects. Like Andhra Pradesh, Bihar also received a slew of road connectivity projects in the 2024-25 budget. Besides, 26,000 crores for bridge over river Ganga over Baksar, and additionally, the state will also have a 2,400 megawatt power plant at Pirpenti at the cost of at an investment of 21,400 crore rupees. These assistance will be provided only to save the BJP government. So our point is here, why all other states were not given the due importance? You may give more money to Andhra Pradesh or Bihar. We are not opposing it. But there are other states also, there are 26 other states also. They were not given due importance. That is why, to save the government, you have made this budget as the Kursi Bachao budget. After 10 years of false promises made to the youth, limited announcements have been made for the youth who are bearing the slogan of 2 crore jobs annually. You must have remembered that Narendra Modi government in the year 2014 had promised to provide 2 crore jobs. Only superficial talks have been held for the farmers. 1.5 times MSP and doubling of income all turned out to be electoral fraud. This government has no intention of increasing rural wages income as well. In this budget, there are no schemes for Dalits, tribals, backward classes, minorities, middle class and rural poor people like the Congress-led United Progressive Alliance had implemented. There is nothing in this budget for women, which will increase their economic capacity and they will join the labor force more and more in the coming days. The government is fighting its back on inflation and is looting the hard-earned money of the people and distributing it to the capitalist friends. Less has been spent on agriculture, health, education sector and in public welfare and tribals than the allocation in the budget. Because these are not the priority of the BJP government. These are not the priorities of the BJP. You may tell urban development, rural development, infrastructure, manufacturing, MSME, policy, vision and review, etc. have been talked about, but no major announcement has been made in this year's budget. And what were the expectations? The people had expectations from this budget on unemployment. The biggest problem facing the country nowadays is unemployment. This is the biggest challenge for the country. And we hope that the employment opportunities would be provided in this budget. And the problem of unemployment would end. It has been said in the budget that about 2.90 crore people will benefit three types of schemes. But this is not going to happen. A big opportunity to create employment has been lost in this budget. Now we can come to second point, inflation, which is the talk about the country. This country is struggling with back-breaking inflation. But today, the WPI is about 3.4% and core inflation is at 9.50%. Even after that, the economic survey talks about manufacturing deflator of 1.7%. But the world's leading economists do not believe in this deflator number. It is also difficult to believe that if there is 8.2% GDP growth, then how is the agriculture going at just 1.4% and consumption at just 4%? The finance minister has spoken only 10 words on inflation. During her entire speech, friends, the finance minister has expressed only 10 words on inflation, which is the biggest issue in the country. There is no relief in reducing inflation in this budget. No talk on this inflation. Only there are 10 words. Now we can come to education. Today children cannot study according to their classes, and it is also believed that they do not have that kind of skill. So it was very important to focus on education. And today NEET is a big issue in the country. But not a single word spoke. Today NEET is a big issue in the country, but not a single word was spoken on it. Last time it was said that rupees 1,16,470 crore would be spent in the school budget. But only 1,08,878 rupees has been spent. This is the difference. They talk something and do something. Now we can come to next point on health sector. Friends, everyone knows that the condition of public health care is bad in our country. There is a huge shortage of doctors, nurses, staff in government hospitals. It was believed that the government would spend more on health in this time. But instead of spending more, it is being reduced. Last time when the budget was presented, at that time the budget was rupees 88,956 crore. But that expenditure has been reduced to less than rupees 80,000 crore. More than 8,000 crore has been cut in it in this year's budget. So this is the scenario of health sector. This is the budget of the Union Finance Minister. Now we can come to income, which is the most important part of a budget. Friends, people's income has not been increasing for 6 years. You know it. Income of people between financial years 2018 to 2023. What were the figures? Those who are the self-employed persons, the self-employed people, they were getting just rupees 12,800. And those who are the self-employed, they are getting 12,800 per month, while the daily wage workers, they get around 7,400 per month, and the laborers, the workers, they are getting 19,750 per month. But our demand has been that the minimum income should be rupees 400 per day. But the truth is that no relief has been given to daily wage workers. Now, another important issue we can discuss here, that is agriculture. Friends, Farmers are demanding a legal guarantee for MSP, but the government has not spoken a single word in this year's budget. You must have heard her budget speech. There are not a single word on MSP. The government has not spoken a word in its budget. Along with this, the budget of agriculture has been also reduced. Education loan. Our demand was that the outstanding education loan should be waived once. But this did not happen. In this budget, there was talk of giving education loan, but there was no talk of waiving the education loan of the students, of those students who are struggling. Then at last, we'll talk about Agnipath. There was demand that Agnipath scheme should be abolished, but not a single word was spoken on Agnipath scheme. These are the issues, the current issues, which are not given importance in this year's budget. Friends, then another important thing, rail accidents. Rail accidents are happening every day in this country. Trains have been stopped. The number of coaches have decreased. Common passengers are troubled, but nothing has been said about the railways in the budget. There is no accountability at all. Nothing has been said in this budget. Nothing has been said about the census and caste census. While this is the fifth budget which is being presented without a census. Out of 7 budgets she presented, this is the fifth budget which is being presented without the word census. This is shocking and unexpected failure, which is against democracy and the constitution. Friends must have remembered on May 20, 2024, that is during the election time, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had claimed in an interview that we already have a 100-day action plan. And when the action plan was there 2 months ago, then at least they should have told in this budget itself. There were no words about the 100-day action plan. They only busy cheating the public always. The budget. This is really to save the Kursi, to save the Narendra Modi government. This budget is not for the progress of the people. This budget is for Kursi ki suraksha. Kursi Bachao budget. With this, myself, Jagdanand, Namaskar.